Amber heat health warnings are still in place in the Midlands and eastern and southern England until tomorrow morning, with health officials advising us to keep cool and hydrated.
This really is a damning report into the Care Quality Commission. So let me take you through some of the key parts of the evidence. 1 in 5 facilities have never been inspected.
Hospitality analysis of this ONS jobs data shows that actually 1 in 25 hospitality jobs has been lost since the last budget. That's actually 7 times higher than any other area of industry in the UK economy.
Today, the government has announced an amendment to the Employment Rights Bill going through Parliament, which will give parents going through a miscarriage at any stage of pregnancy the right to take 1 week's leave from work.
There's no official data in the UK on the amount of women who've had a miscarriage, but it's estimated it could be up to 250,000 women a year. That's 1 in 5. And half the adult population has either experienced baby loss themselves or they know someone who has.
This was, of course, Argentina's first World Cup win since 1986, when Diego Maradona lifted the trophy in Mexico. Freya Chapel has more from Buenos Aires.
The final won by Argentina. I mean, look
at this. This is where the celebrations and the match was being played out yesterday. Completely calm today, but that is going to change tomorrow. Why? Because the Argentina team are on the way home. They're going to do a massive parade through the city centre.
The strikes in Hollywood are most certainly being felt here in the UK, even here in rural Buckinghamshire, where they should be filming Wicked.
Here's our reporter, Freya Chapel.
15-year-old Harvey Wilgoose, murdered by a fellow pupil on his lunch break. Pictured here, Harvey in blue, his attacker in green, stabbed him in the heart with a hunting knife at All Saints Catholic High School on the 3rd of February.
Terrifying.
So as a result, Alaskan Airlines grounded all of their aircraft, or these particular aircraft, for now.
Yeah, they have done, but they're
what about
actually...
other airlines that fly these planes?
Well, so they're actually saying that now they're going to be putting these back on, and the people who are in charge saying they haven't found actually any particular safety concerns there.
Former President Donald Trump narrowly escaped being assassinated on Saturday night. He managed to escape with just a clip of the ear. However, there were some much more serious casualties.
Freya Chapel has more.
The UN says that Peter and Barbie have been kept in underground cells with no access to sunlight for weeks. The UN says that this detention is inhumane and degrading, and it's even more worrying because of their health conditions.
The daughter of a British couple detained in Afghanistan has told the BBC that their health is rapidly declining. Susie Roma is calling on the UK government for clarity on the progress it's making with the Taliban. Peter and Barbie Reynolds had been running a training programme approved by the Taliban in the country for 18 years. Here's our reporter, Freya Chapel.
Peter and Barbie Reynolds, detained in a maximum security prison since the start of February, in the country they've called home for almost 2 decades.
They've had 29 investigative interviews, all of which have yielded no credible charges against them. They honestly don't know why they're there. They're told that there will be a verdict given, and it isn't. They're told they'll have another day in court, and they aren't.
For 6 weeks, the family heard next to nothing. Peter in desperate need of vital medication to keep him alive.
We were deeply concerned, particularly because he had symptoms of a looming stroke. But thankfully, he's received his medication now. We've recently heard that Mum is anemic and very weak and frail.
79-year-old Peter and 75-year-old Barbie were arrested while returning home to the central Bamiyan province, along with their American friend Faye Hall and a male Afghan translator. Faye Hall has since been released.
Mum's told us that she's in a cell with several other women. She's told us about mice and cockroaches, and even last week that a mouse gave birth to 4 babies next to her bed. She's provided 1 meal a day. She sleeps in a bunk bed with a blanket and pillow. Dad will describe his cell or cage as the VIP suite. But he's been made to sit on the floor for hours while being chained to rapists and murderers, which is absolutely heart-wrenching.
This week, an appeal to the White House.
As a British by birth, American by choice, I'm standing here asking and appealing to you to help get my parents out of that jail.
The UK Foreign Office told the BBC they are supporting the family. Both the White House and the Taliban have not responded. Now the Qataris have stepped in too.
Qatari officials personally visited mum and dad in prison. They sat with them, they checked on how they're doing. They were incredibly generous to give them money for food and phone cards, and we can't express our gratitude enough to them. We're hopeful that the Qatari government may be able to help get them out. Dad turns 80 this month, and we have a big family reunion planned with all 33 of us.
Dreams of happy times to come, but for now, the reality is far less certain. Freya Chappell, BBC News.